infrastructure here in this district. Before we dive into that conversation, of course, we are waking up in a day when those who actually petitioned the NRM Electoral Commission and the Tribunal have got their results. The question is whether those who defended have more hope or those who petitioned have gotten what they wanted. Of course, as NTV, we're still trying to dig out to find out what could be the fate of those who defended and petitioned the recently concluded NRM primaries across the constituencies. Back to West Nile region, a number of those who petitioned told NTV this morning that they are waiting for the results by Friday. That is the communication that they got from the tribunal. Away from that, conversation is centering on the infrastructure state here in West Nile sub-region. Now, at my background, this is one of the railway lines that used to connect from Kenya, Tanzania, via that Tororo, and then it connects to Pakwach, then to the border either to Congo or South Sudan. And when you look at the establishment of this particular railway, according to the history, it was established in 1969 by then the President of Republic of Uganda, Milton Obote. And this particular railway line had three core objectives. Commerce side, West Nile used to be one of the areas that used to produce a lot of tobacco, cotton, and also Arabica coffee. That is in Izombo. And when you look at the state of this particular railway now, one can hardly recognize that this used to be where the railway used to pass. Looking at the line that has currently been exposed to water, and you can really see that there's nothing beneath it. And also this particular point that I'm standing in used to be where flooding happens, and currently the leaders are saying that they're expecting that these particular floods are going to happen between September and October. This means that if Ministry of Works doesn't intervene in this particular area, we shall also be seeing another case where this road will be cut off by the floods. Away from this conversation this morning, I'm delighted to be joined by the LC5 chairperson of that is Pakwach district. Yesterday, during the meeting with the team from the President's office led by Major Martha Atimwe, he noted that a number of manifestos which were in 2021 have not been implemented. And one of the issues is the issue of this railway line. Mr. Chairman, you're most welcome to Morning at NTV Show.
Thank you very much. Robert Stinomito is my name. Number one, I probably feel NRM manifesto is being implemented in a quite sporadic manner. And those probably who are to make comparison with the trees, the ones which are closer to the water source, are served much better than those which are far distant from the water source. In a manner that there were some critical things that featured in 2021 manifesto for Pakwach in particular. The new bridge design would accommodate the passing of the ship. We used to have some ship called Robert Corridon and also SG Lugard with a mini river port in Pakwach those days. And the establishment of this Pakwach bridge actually defunct, brought it to a failure because it could not allow the navigation of the ship. And in that manifesto, it was clear that the government would revive, and revival of Pakwach River Port that used to exist would be best achieved if the government puts in place a new design of bridge. And that new design of bridge would even address this burden and the challenge of Tangi River that has always busted its banks, causing problem and where exactly we are standing. And the same bridge would now accommodate the train, and that would mean the issue of the components, the three components of the new bridge design would accommodate the train or the rail if revived from reviving also the Pakwach railway station that used to exist. And that time we had very many rich people from Pakwach because there was a business boom due to the railway as well as also the ship business. And so, aware that Nile Basin countries are working on a project called VICMED, Victoria Mediterranean Sea Navigation Line, we as Pakwach District Local Government, we submitted a detailed plan and a council resolution requesting the government of Uganda to pick interest in revival of Pakwach River Port and ensuring that the government revive the railway station. This can best be done with a very new elegant bridge of Pakwach that can now give way to those. Okay. And in our election matter, I am among those who petition and challenge the election outcome of 2017 July. I was robbed in a broad daylight in a very syndicated manner by the district electoral officer, the chairman of the NRM. I want to put it clear. I have challenged the election outcome. I am waiting for the ruling that shall be served probably early next week, and I will see the next move. I will not give up on that because I am very optimistic. After all, it was just 1 out of the total voters in Chonam constituency. We will sort ourselves before Justice Byabakama when such malice cannot happen, such robbery and vote thefts cannot happen in the broad daylight, and we shall sort ourselves there. Okay. Thank you. Robert Omitting happens to be the chairman LC5. Of course, he's very wise enough to also jump into politics. But this has been the conversation here. The leaders are expressing worries that if Minister of Work doesn't do anything at this particular point, we are going to experience the same flooding where traffic is always being paralyzed at this particular point in Pakwach. But also above all, this particular bridge that links West Nile region to the central region, its integrity has been compromised. So leaders are saying that there should be a new bridge here. For the comprehensive details about this story, we shall bring you in a subsequent news bulletin. But unless there are no any other questions from